So,
Oh.
hey Mo, how are you doing? Oh, I just touched my hair. I'm trying not to touch my hair. I just can't. If I could just not look at me, that'd be fantastic. Oh my gosh. So, how have you been, Mo? How's your week? It's the what is this? The second? Is this the second week of January? It
Yeah,
feels
what's
like
today is
today's Tuesday the 14th. Yeah, so it's starting the
hmm
third week.
2 weeks,
But
yeah.
it feels like it's been a long time since Christmas, doesn't it?
It does, but it hasn't been that long.
No, I already took all of our stuff down, and there's snow. We have snow on the ground. Do you have any
You
snow?
got snow? Yeah,
I
we had
did.
well, we had snow the last time. It was snowing the last time we recorded, and it's still there
Oh,
because it's patchy, but it's still there because it's
mhm.
cold. So
Yeah,
the sun melted some of it, but not
all of
all of
it.
it.
Yeah, ours
Yeah.
is I mean, it's basically gone, but the front of our house always stays shaded, so there is, like,
Okay.
small
Yeah.
patches of snow, but it I wasn't expecting to see the snow, like, whenever it did snow. I don't know, but I woke up and it was, like, white. When I looked out the window, I was like, "Oh my gosh, it snowed." And that was
Right.
it's crazy. There's people that I follow, like, on socials that, like, live in Atlanta and stuff, and they had so much snow. It was unbelievable.
Yeah,
Like, I
they
was
did.
just
They
like,
got
"That's
hmm
amazing." They were, like,
right.
sledding in their backyard and stuff. Like, how much did you get? Like, a lot?
We only got
Like,
like maybe not quite 4 inches, like three something.
oh, that's a lot. That's a lot
Yeah,
to me.
I mean for you. It wasn't a lot, but it's the most we've had in a long time. We haven't had a lot of snow. It was
In
enough
a
that
while.
because where Christmas was, Christmas and New Year were like midweek.
Mhm.
So they actually got a really long break this year because of that. So instead of coming back, of course, back in the day when I was still teaching, they would have come back on Thursday,
Oh, yeah.
you know?
True. Mhm.
But they didn't this time. So they had like 2 full weeks of break this year, of
Wow.
winter break, Christmas break, whatever you want to call it.
Mhm.
But so they were coming back on the 6th, but that's when it snowed. It snowed that morning. And we didn't get a whole lot of snow, but it was snowing like in the morning hard when the buses would have come and everything. So they got an extra day of
Oh,
school
so they did
off.
cancel school. Oh,
Yeah, they
okay.
canceled school on Monday,
Yeah.
last Monday. Yeah. So they had that
Wow.
one extra day, so they had a super long
Yeah.
Christmas break.
Heck yeah. That's a nice break. I just remember how long our Christmas breaks felt like when you were in school. It just felt
When you're a
so long.
kid, they feel so long.
And do you remember, like, how long summer felt? Like, your summer
Yeah,
break? Like,
yeah.
it's great. It's amazing how different, like, now that you're older, how fast,
Mhm.
time goes. Because I
Yeah.
remember,
Like
I would
perception.
it is I guess because your life was shorter, so you didn't have a lot to, math with. I remember because I lifeguarded at the beach in the summer, and that
Mhm.
was only from what is that, Memorial Day to Labor Day. So that is
Right.
that end of May to the beginning of September, and it felt so long. I mean, not I enjoyed every second of it, but it seemed like a long
Right.
time, like, but
Right.
in reality, it was only 3 months, like, when you look back on it. I
Mhm.
mean, I guess because I was active so, much more. Like, I worked a lot, and then I bartended at night, and
Yeah.
I was going out, like, literally every second I wasn't sleeping, I was busy. So it just,
Right.
seemed like a lot. I don't know. But it is crazy
Yeah.
looking back that like,
It does.
I would quit my job, my September to May job. I would quit it every year and go to the beach. And, they didn't care, but just thinking like, wow, I most employers probably would have been like, "If you're quitting, you're not coming back."
I didn't learn to officially learn to swim until I'm embarrassed to say this, but I was like almost 14 years old. Okay.
Oh, really?
Because when I was 7, my mom had twins, babies, so there was 4 of us. You picked an activity like, I wasn't we weren't like, we all had stuff we did, but,
Yeah.
like, we weren't like kids nowadays where they're, like, scheduled for
Oh,
every minute of their lives. I don't do that to
yeah.
my kid either, by the way. But
Mhm.
swimming was not on my mother's list, I guess, until the twins were, like, older, and then she
Mhm.
signed us all up and took us to the YMCA, and we were the only 4 kids in the class.
Oh,
So,
really? That's funny.
yeah. I mean,
Well, that's
but I
good
did
though.
learn. I can't do all the strokes, like, I didn't like I could just basically do freestyle. My kid
Right.
has tried to teach me in the summer at the pool to do
Uh-huh.
breaststroke.
What? I mean,
Breaststroke.
yeah.
I can't I can't do
Well, I mean, that takes a lot of strength to pull yourself up out of the water like
that's
that,
not the
you
right,
know?
but not even like the real breaststroke, just kind of the
Oh. Oh, just
I
kinda like
can't
the swimming
I
one.
can't
Gotcha.
kick my legs the right way and do he was like, "No, you're doing it wrong." I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. I am
Oh,
over
okay.
50. I can't do it." Didn't learn. I didn't
Oh,
my mother
man.
didn't take me when I was 6 to get or 5 to get to get swimming lessons. It was even before that. Because my mother was pregnant with twins. I don't know what
Oh
to
my
tell you.
gosh. That's too funny. I'll
They
teach
just
you
laugh at me. I'm like,
I taught swim lessons, Mo, to, 3-year-olds all the way up to, like, older. Like, I think they were, like I can't remember if it was, like, adult, but I did. I taught mostly little kids, though, but I loved it. I loved
"Oh, fun."
teaching
Yeah.
the 3-year
Yeah.
like, there was a preschool group, and I would teach them, and that was my favorite age to teach because they're so, like I the growth of the day first day of class to the last day of
Right. To
class,
the last
it was
day. Yeah.
it was amazing because some of these kids had never been in the water before, and they were
Right.
afraid of it. So,
They're so scared.
literally, first day, you had to, like, teach them to, like, blow bubbles in the water, put your
Uh-huh.
grip.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, I
by the
remember.
end, they're, like, swimming, like, this one little
Yeah.
kid that I was so proud of, oh my gosh, the joy that he, like, exuded knowing that
Uh-huh.
he was, like, so good after, it was so
Yeah.
precious just watching
I know.
him
I remember
grow.
watching because I'm trying to think if he was like 4 or 5 when I took him. We went to the Y, and those ladies were so good with the little kids, so good.
Mm,
And
yeah.
they did even younger, they do like the little babies and stuff, but
Yes.
they were so good with the little kids just like that with the blown bubbles and there
Mhm.
was one lady, she'd be like, trying to get them to do the length, and they go and "Don't touch that wall, don't touch that wall. You touched
Huh?
it, don't touch that wall." She'd like, encouraging them and stuff. It was so cute.
Mhm. It was, and, like,
But
we would do this we did this one thing, it was called Sleepy
mhm,
Alligator, and they would lay on their back, and then they would have to put their head on my shoulder, and I would tell them because the way you float, like, even as an adult, is you put
yeah,
your chin up to the sky and you push your
right,
belly button to the ceiling. So,
right, yeah.
these little 3-year-olds you remember what 3-year-olds look like, they all have, like, little pop bellies,
Yeah.
so I would tell them to pop their belly button to the ceiling and you would just see these, like, round
Little
mounds
little
with
round
their
bellies.
head back. It was the cutest. So that's what they would do. It was called Sleepy Alligator. I loved it. Just little
Aw.
round bellies. So, get your kids a job. Take them to a lifeguarding school, and
I know, yeah.
they'll have a
Honestly, if they
job
can
all
swim,
the
that's
way
a
through
good one.
college. Mhm.
It's a
All
good
the way through
one.
college.
My sister and him just bought a house. They're buying a house. She's so excited. She's like, "I'm a grown up."
Like their first house or a beach house?
Well, it's not her first house, not his. He's
Uh-huh.
divorced,
Mhm.
and they're living in a rental townhouse right now, which is like the rent is ridiculous.
I
Like, I think their mortgage is gonna be probably less than that, but they went, they saw a house, so they liked it, they put an offer in, and they accepted it, like, the next
oh,
day,
wow. I'm
and I didn't
jealous.
even know I was like, "I didn't even know." She's like, "Look, we just decided we liked it and decided to put an offer in, we didn't know either."
Right. I'm jealous, Mo, because we saw one house last year. Well, I don't know when it was, Halloween time,
Mhm.
and we weren't even looking I mean, we're always looking, but we weren't, like, actively looking to move, And we
Right.
saw this one house, and I was like, oh my gosh, we went and toured it. It was perfect. Everything, well, not perfect. In hindsight, now I'm like, I'm so glad we didn't get it. But it was perfect for us then. And I was like, oh my gosh, we put an offer in for it and we didn't get it. But so now we're on the hunt. Like we're
Right.
looking actively now. And ugh, it's just, we're just so torn from what we want. It's just like literally complete different spectrums. We're either looking for something way over here as far as like lots of land or something that's smaller. I don't know. I'm a mess, Mo. I'm a mess. Like we don't know if we want to buy a tiny house and get a warehouse or get land and build a warehouse. We're a mess. We're a mess. But we're looking for a warehouse so
Well,
we
I
can
know
fill it
you
with
want
all of our
you
eBay stuff.
right. I
Yeah.
know it's hard. Like you don't want a big house. Sometimes like if you get a lot of land, that's a big house. And if you don't want a big
Right.
house, like I know
No.
at this point in my life, well, I'm not moving because that's just but at this point in my life, I would go smaller.
Right.
And my house
Yeah.
isn't that big to begin with.
I know. The house that I wanted, well, the house that we initially saw was I think over 3,000 square feet, which is insane because our house is 24, 22 or
Yeah.
24 right now. I don't know.
Mhm.
But so that's just way too much because my kid's, you know, college
Right.
age, so he's not going to be here forever. And then
Right.
the other house that I really wanted that had this super three-car garage detached with an office, that was huge too. I think that was over 3,000. And we don't want it. We won't use it,
Mhm.
especially if it's I'd like a primary bedroom on the first floor. So if our bedroom is on the first floor, I don't want to go upstairs. So I don't want to clean upstairs. So the reason I'm looking is because we need more space so we can expand our eBay business.
Yeah.
And with that, we're going to go into our
We're gonna actually
two
talk eBay.
sales. We're going to talk about two sales.
Get on topic, Mo.
No, but it got to lead in somehow, right?
You're listening to the Flippin' Fantastic Podcast.
If you're watching this and you aren't subscribed, go hit that button right now and watch this.
Let's be real, we're the #1 reselling podcast.
Wow.
We were on the Nashville Flipper podcast. I don't know when it comes out. We recorded it last week, but I don't know how long it takes for them to come out. But I had talked about this on the resale or on the Nashville Flipper podcast.
Yeah.
So shout out to Ray and everybody for having us on. We had a great time. This past summer, I went to a yard sale. I bought a bunch of stuff for $100. It was like Pixel Pals and some like wrestling Funko Pops and stuff like that, and a bunch of, well, was it like four or five Red Dead Redemption merch type things.
Mhm.
And I got not one, not two, but three Red Dead Redemption 2 Zippo lighters. Two of
Mhm.
them were new in box and one was open, but it was still in the box, which is
Mhm.
crazy because this guy must have collected them. So I don't know. So I paid $100. The cost of goods ended up being $5.55 per item because that's what I do. I break
Wow.
down individual. So I pay $5.55, and what did I sell it for, Mo? I can't remember now.
I'm putting it up.
Oh,
$308.88.
yeah,
What?
I don't think it sold for 308. I think it sold for like 270 because I think
Okay.
that
You
eBay is
took an offer?
now not showing you the
Oh,
crossed out. You know
what
how before
stuff on the
you could
offer?
cross it out? Yeah. So
Huh.
I think it was 270 or 275 that I sold it for. But that's amazing for that was like a stock photo from the internet, but it came in like a
Yeah.
case and it had cellophane, wrapped around it still it
Mhm.
had never been opened. But that's amazing, and that was the last one. I don't have any more left. I sold the
Wow.
other one probably around the same, like 250 to 270 or something like that. And then the one
Hmm.
that was open, I think I sold for 230. So I had no idea. I don't know anything about video games. I didn't even know I didn't even know what they were. I mean, other than, oh, they're Zippo lighters, but these are hard to find, I guess. I don't know. So keep your eye out for these brass Red Dead Redemption 2 Zippo lighters. And if you can get it for, geez, I would have paid $100 for it, knowing that they sell well.
I wish I'd find something like that. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah.
Your
And then
next one?
the other one is I found this at the Goodwill auction bins, like in one of my totes. So I only paid $5 for that tote. And
Yeah,
it was a one of those boppets from when 1998.
yeah.
Let me see, I wrote it down. I have 91 cents into this,
In
and
that.
it's mhm, and it's over 23.88. That was full
Yeah,
price. I remember that. But
nice
that's great.
sale. Yeah,
Mhm. It was, like, really scratched, not scratched up, but you know how, like, paint transfers from being scuffed, you know?
right.
There was, like, a bunch of white paint transfer, and I had to get my
Hmm.
magic eraser and clean it up, but the sell-through is, I don't know now, but when I listed it, I swear the sell-through was, like, 100%, if not more, on
Well,
these.
that's what I heard, like that those bobbits for a while. When I first started selling, they were like, "Oh, look for bobbits." I know my kid has one somewhere because we used
Uh-huh.
to play it all the time. I've never sold one though. Oh, I just remember like seeing videos like, oh, that being on a bolo list. And then I
Yeah.
remember people saying, oh, they don't sell as well as they used to, but maybe they do again. Who knows? I mean, look,
Well
I'll take it. I'll take 20
mhm.
bucks every time,
Oh, yeah.
because I barely get that for anything at the moment.
I don't know if, I priced it low because 'cause I've had it listed. I think I bought it in the fall or maybe the summertime. I'm trying to think what the weather was like. Probably the
Yeah.
summertime, but I don't know
Hmm.
if that was, like, on the lower end. I can't remember, but,
Yeah.
I mean, I'll take 91 cents into 23.88 plus shipping. Everything's plus shipping for me. I don't do free shipping. Do you ever do free shipping?
Only
Intentionally
on the
do free shipping?
very lightest stuff. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Or if like I'm selling a video game and everybody else has free shipping.
Oh, you know what? I think I did free shipping on that Zippo lighter too, just because it was gonna be, I knew I was gonna make a couple $100 on it, and it
Right.
was under a pound, but I did ship it, priority. I put in a priority, flat mailer. I wrapped it in
Yeah.
bubble and shipped it. So that only costs, what,
Hmm.
$8, and I don't know what priority is anymore. I used to know it was $7.99 or something like that, but it keeps going up.
Hmm.
And what's weird? I know I'll just say this real quick. I I have shipped in a priority a couple of times recently, and
Yeah.
I shipped one of my items. This is all the same day, like in order. I shipped one of them priority in a bubble mailer, and it was X price. In a flat rate bubble mailer should be flat rate. So I paid for it in whatever it was. I forgot the price. But then the next order was going in a bubble mailer too, and the price was different. It wasn't the same price, and I was just like, "Why?"
What?
I know, and it just it was bothering me. I was like, "Why is the price different? This should be
Bothered me
flat
too.
rate." I
Right.
know. So I don't know what I did to I guess I'll find out if I accidentally hit flat rate instead of bubble mailer. But I just remember pausing going, "What? Why is it different? This is weird." That was last week though, I don't know. I have to pay attention to see if I got charged for, like, the wrong packaging, you know what I
Right.
mean? I had a first class package, that I sent out that, I paid whatever the price was for the first, oh my god, I said first class, for the ground. I paid, it was like under a pound, first class, went out,
Hmm.
and I got a couple weeks later, I got charged for priority mail for it because I'm just assuming that a priority sticker fell on that package because I don't ever send priority except in the flat rates. So,
Right.
the only thing I can think is a sticker fell on it. Those, like, those little stickers that you can put on
Right.
packages? I don't,
Hmm.
because there's no way I never ship
Nobody does
priority, but
anymore. I
I don't
mean,
think so. I don't even offer it. Like, I just put ground or, whatever I'm
hmm.
gonna mail it, like UPS
Yeah.
or something. But
Right.
I don't know. That was my, issue. So what about you, Mel? I'm totally getting off.
Well, I did not sell anything for $300.
That's not a
You know,
common occurrence for me.
uh, you sell something like expensive over $100
Well, that
every
was because of Facebook Marketplace. I think that's different because it's local and
I
local. I don't have to pay.
guess. I guess. Well, we
It's
were
not
talking
normal.
about how like Christmas. Okay, so let me preface this by, first of all, I did not feel good last week. I came down with the Rona. I haven't been anywhere. The only time I have been out, other than like families' houses over like the past couple weeks, is we went out to dinner on my birthday with my parents. So that's the only place I've been. And then 3 days, 4 days later, I am like, why am I sick? And so I've been tired for like the last week. I slept all weekend. Like that's all I did, lay in bed. I got up. What's my phone want to do? What's it want to do? Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. I'm selling
Hey, that's
stuff.
great.
I'm like, oh yeah, when I don't feel good and when I don't have any bubble wrap.
Oh
I am
no.
out of bubble wrap. I totally blew it. I didn't order any. So what I had to do yesterday, because I was gonna go Sunday, and I was like, the last thing I want to do is go to Walmart on a weekend when I don't feel good.
Oh,
I get up yesterday, pull myself out of bed, I go to Walmart, I get I get a roll of bubble wrap because
uh-huh.
I need it. When I come home, I'm like so tired. I lay down for a little while. Then I'm like, okay, I gotta get this
Pack your
stuff out.
orders.
So I packed it. It wasn't anything hard to pack. I'm telling you, other than the last time I had it, I've never felt and being pregnant. I will say there were certain times during pregnancy where you just can't keep your eyes open, and that's how this
Mhm.
feels. And so I packed my stuff and took it to the thing, and that like wiped me out yesterday. I was done. I was done.
God. Oh
I
no.
had I had nothing left to give after that. But I haven't sold 5 things in a weekend in a long time. Nothing
Oh,
big,
nice.
nothing fancy, but I was like, "Ugh, I can't complain but I'm sick." Like, why
Yeah.
would I was feeling well? I didn't sell jack. Also, goes against what we talked about. Like eBay doesn't like when you don't list. Well, I got sick and I still haven't listed anything. Long story short,
Gotta keep that momentum up.
long story still long. I sold Christmas. I sold Christmas.
Oh.
I sold one of these this was a little one. I
Oh.
sold and I didn't sell it for that. You're right. Best offer. I think I sold it for like 15 bucks. It was a
Mhm. That's
little one.
pretty though.
I've sold I sold bigger ones before Christmas that sell for like 20 up.
Wow.
But this was a small one. And
That's pretty
but these I picked these up. These and the ones that are like jars that are Christmas trees. You know what I
jar.
mean?
Oh,
They're
yeah.
like
Yeah,
candy
yeah.
jars. Like
Yes.
either you take the top off or they have a plastic bottom. I buy
Mhm.
them. They sell all the time.
Really? Huh.
Yes,
I
people
I
collect
see
them,
them
I think,
too.
and make
I
whole
didn't know that.
displays. Yes.
Oh, I
So
see.
I pick these up every time I see them.
Wow.
And I
And if you're
actually,
just listening, it's a frosted glass Christmas tree.
yeah.
Does it have any, like logos or branding or anything?
This one
Or
did it. A lot of them
Mhm.
are, some of them are a Nesco. This one didn't have
Oh,
like a
okay.
sticker. Like some of them, sometimes the big one I sold, I think was an Nesco earlier in December.
Mhm.
But this one I bought late. I bought this in December, like late in December.
Oh.
And I put it up because I thought maybe it would sell before Christmas, and I was going to pair it. I was going to put it together with the bigger one because people buy
Uh,
them in twos and threes
yeah.
a lot. But that one sold before I got this one up. So I
Oh,
just put this
wow.
one up by itself. And but yeah,
Well, you
so
probably made
look,
more money selling them
they
separate
don't
too.
maybe, I don't know. They're not high dollar, but they sell quick. And look, I sold it 2 weeks after Christmas, so you know.
Yeah,
But I'm telling you,
that's
people
awesome.
I think people just like collect them and make like whole displays out of them. Some of these frosted ones, there's different colors too, but I only
I'm
ever find
sure.
the clear ones.
Yeah, I'm sure they wanna collect, like, the rainbow of all the colors or whatever, kinda like, Alicia does with
The
those
cats,
cats.
yeah.
Those
The
cat
cat little
I don't
decanter things.
yeah, the
Mhm.
decanters, I couldn't remember what they were, but
Mhm.
yeah, or just anything, like, I'm sure people, um, like, buy, like, Blanco pieces and they want,
Oh, yeah, rainbow.
like a
Mhm.
rainbow of stuff, yeah. That's nice. I now that you
Yeah.
see I didn't know that. I see those things that you were talking about with the Christmas tree and, like, the cans or whatever they're called.
Uh-huh. They sell too. I think these sell a little bit better, like, faster,
Mhm.
but I
Yeah.
sell those too. I sold, like, 2 or 3 of those this Christmas. The
Wow.
the candy jar ones. I think
Yeah, the
people
candy
just make
jars.
like, do a whole like, collect them. Do you know
Display.
what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
maybe a whole display or something, put them all on their
Yeah.
mantle, I don't know. And
I
then
wrote
so, again, not a big dollar amount, but this was only a 6-inch one. The other one I sold was much bigger. But see, 6-inch, remember, if you're actually
oh,
putting
yes.
the size in there, and this is something I would put the size in because you can't really tell, and,
Yeah.
so people are collecting them, and there are different sizes, but put inch, not the double quotes. And then the other thing, well, I sold a bunch of other things, but
Oh
nothing big,
oh,
but I did
a
sell a
fuggler.
fuggler.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I have one that I
And
need to list too.
I think he sold for full price.
Uh-huh. Where did you get him
If
at?
not, I got him at there's a senior center near me that has a sale like
Like an annual?
twice a year. I always try and go to the toy room first because that's kind of where they underprice all their he was probably only a quarter. Because
Oh, wow.
50 cents for big plush and 25 for little. Or maybe it's a
Yeah.
dollar now and 50, but I don't
Mhm.
know. It's super
That's
cheap.
still
So
good.
he was at the most 50 cents. So
Yeah. 9-inch
they don't
tall.
y- I know they're funny, they're cool looking, but I mean they don't sell for a great amount. And
Mhm.
some of them he's a little more he's been up for a while, maybe a month or two.
Yeah, that's still pretty good. Only
Yeah.
listed for a month or 2, you know?
hmm
But that's
But
good. I have one too that I need to list. He's
yeah.
brown. I don't know. He's got
Yeah.
top teeth and bottom teeth,
And
Mo.
bottom teeth, they're so weird
Mhm.
when you look at that.
Yeah, and you can kind of, like, open them, like, you can fold how you can fold the teeth up and the bottom
Yeah.
teeth, so it's kinda weird. Yeah,
Oh, that is weird. Yeah, this
I
guy
know,
this
it's
guy, I
creepy.
mean, he's supposed to be missing a tooth, like, it didn't actually fall
Uh-huh.
off. Um,
Yeah,
but,
that's cool.
he, oh, I didn't change the Fugler is in all caps. I didn't change it from the one I copied. I noticed.
Oh. It's all good.
Oh, well, can't all be perfect.
Hey, it sold. It is perfect because it sold, right?
It's old, yeah. But, I did mail him in a poly mailer, but I did, take
Wrap is
a
cheap.
couple sheets of bubble wrap and, cause I put like, plush like that, I'll put in a clear poly and store it in
Mhm.
the bin,
Yeah.
and, so I took a couple of sheets of bubble wrap, I folded it, and I taped it to his eyes and his teeth, so he
Uh-huh.
would,
Same. That's exactly what I would've done, except I
mhm.
probably would've opened because my, clear polys are like a zip,
You have
a
the
zip
zipper
poly,
ones, yeah.
and I probably would've just taken it out and wrapped it around his head and then
Yeah.
thrown it back in. But yeah, same.
Yeah,
That's
I don't know
awesome.
why. Sometimes I'll do it before I put them in because I just have the polys that stick,
The self-seal.
because
Yeah.
I like to try and clean it and get it all,
Ship
even though
ready.
my dog does not come near my stuff, there's still dog hair, right?
Yeah.
So I
I do
brush
t
them
I mean, I
down and
like doing that too. I like to
yeah.
have everything ship ready.
Yeah.
Like, some of my inventory will be pre-boxed, just because I wanna know exactly how much it's gonna weigh, and I will write, like, because I just opened one yesterday, but I will write, like, "Brass fox, ship ready." So, literally, I just have to slap the sticker on.
That's nice. Yeah,
So
that's good. That's good.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome,
But
Mo.
so
That's awesome.
anyway, so I had about
That's
I had like 3 other $20 sales, but so it's better than usual. and
Yeah,
better
that's
and
great
pretty
though.
good for not, like I said, I have
Seen
not
the
listened.
last
It
2
was
weeks.
Amy knows it took all of me on Thursday. I was like, I have to edit. And I usually sit here and I edit, because I have everything. And I was like, I can't sit up.
No,
I gotta
no.
I gotta put my feet up. So I unplugged everything and took my laptop
So you edited,
into on the bed.
in your room? That you
Yeah.
did? Hey, I guess
And
that's
you're
nothing
welcome because
wrong with
mostly
that.
all I edited it was me it was me sniffing because I was getting sick as we recorded.
So since you sold
Oh,
that Fugler since you wrote sold that Fugler, I wrote Fugler so I can list mine today.
yeah, list your
It's
Fugler.
sitting
They're
it's over there.
fun.
It's
They're fun.
I don't know why, I have to,
I
like,
was
shave it. I
tempted to
have to,
kind of
like
keep him.
oh, really? Put them on your shelf? Build a little,
Yeah,
shelf behind you?
just because he's
Yeah.
ugly
Mhm.
cute.
Oh, did you hear that? That's my doorbell. Ca Do you hear my
No.
doorbell?
Uh-uh.
Oh, can you get the door? Oh. Oh, look, 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 Mo. I guess the mailman came, had to deliver this package.
Return to sender.
I w It says return to sender. Look at this box. It is
Oh my
busted.
God.
That's
Somebody
so weird.
stomped on it.
I know, and this normally mail doesn't come to my house. I have a PO box, but that's
Oh,
kind of
okay.
weird. It's trashed too, so we're gonna have to open this up because I don't ever get returns to my house. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this. We're gonna do this live, Mo. See what it is. Gosh, look how bad that is. That's bad. Let's see. Oh, oh my goodness. If you guys are just listening to this, it is the Reseller Clickbait podcast sticker, and it is cut up. It's like a broken heart. And guys, that's crazy. Hold on. Let's see. Like, look at this. Can you see it? All right. Let me open this. This is probably pretty loud.
Dying. I totally.
Oh my gosh. Guys, you know what?
I totally.
They wrote return to sender on the box, guys. It is their award that they won for the what was it? The second best podcast? The second best reselling
Yes.
podcast?
Yes.
No. So, wait a minute. The Reseller Clickbait podcast is over. It's
I'm
defunct.
done.
They have retired. So I guess they're forfeiting their award.
Oh my God.
I'm extremely disappointed.
I
But
completely forgot about this. Oh my God. You're killing me. Dying. That's so funny. I'm like, what did she get returned like that?
but they have rebranded themselves. Get this. First of all, we went to a lot of effort to assign these awards to people. And they were the second best reselling podcast. And they have decided after they got their award that I guess they're like, oh, we definitely don't want to be part of that group. So we're going to completely shut down Reseller Clickbait Podcast, and we're going to change it to, hold on, let me make sure I get it right. Unemployed for a
Wanna put
Living
it up.
podcast. Yes. Unemployed for a living. If you see them
I
pop
don't
up
know
in
if
your
I
feed.
I don't know if I like
Oh,
it. Corey's smiling. I don't, it's giving me the heebie-jeebies. What's going
he's
on?
they're rebranding, Mo. They're rebranding. They are no longer a reselling podcast. They are just unemployed for a living. And they are also awardless. Awardless? Because
Yeah.
I guess they don't want it anymore. Which
You
is
can't rebrand right at it within what did we say? Within 6 months
6 months.
of receiving this award, or you
But
forfeit.
you do. You
So you have a
forfeit.
forfeit,
Mhm.
and we're gonna have to give that to somebody else.
Yes. The Revoked, award, which is kind of like, I don't know, what do you is it the Revoked second best podcast? So basically, it's kind of like a leftover award, because
Right.
it's left over. So
Yeah.
I guess that we should give it to the Reseller Leftover podcast because how appropriate that the Leftover Award goes to the Reseller Leftovers, to all those boys over there. Well, maybe two of them, just not Mike, not Death Pile Picker. he did, he was very angry about not getting that award. So go check out the boys at Reseller Leftovers podcasts. You guys get the, well, should we call it the second best? We should make it we'll keep it second best reselling podcast for the leftovers.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh my gosh.
Congratulations. Congratulations, boys.
Yes,
Sorry you
you
didn't sorry this
kind of
had to go
deserve
down
it.
this way, but
Podcast people return to sender.
yeah, when they're playing dirty games there.
Dirty game. I mean, literally, Mo, the week we gave the award was their last show.
Yeah.
And they didn't even tell anybody. They didn't even tell anybody. Even I remember their last show for Reseller Clickbait was a live show, and Matt and I were watching it on the couch, and Matt and I were just looking at each other, and I said, "Why does this feel like a farewell episode?" Because I swore
Yeah.
that Ken looked like he was getting like misty-eyed, and like you could just see this like I just felt this sadness. And I even messaged Corey and was like, "Why does this feel like a farewell episode?" And he didn't respond. So I knew something
Oh,
was up. He didn't
you knew
respond
something
to
was
it.
up.
Or
You knew
I asked
something
him
was up.
another question, and then I said, "Why does this feel like a farewell episode?" He didn't address that part. So
I did
crazy.
find out we did find out about it on our a little beforehand on our little chat with each other. Uh,
Yeah.
who found it? Alicia found it. She was like, "What's
Alicia.
this?" She was like,
Well,
"What's
or
this?" We were like,
yeah, or
"What?"
something like you have some explaining to do.
Well,
That's a first. Our first
congratulations
Flippy
to the
award.
leftovers. You get the
Yeah.
leftover
We
award.
leftover award. It's kind of appropriate. So
Yeah,
congrats, boys.
makes sense.
You guys can hold your heads up high, knowing that you are an award-winning podcast. On that note, since it's 2025, things are changing. So are home trends for the
Oh
year.
yeah.
And we were going to talk about some home trends that are happening in 2025, which can change the way you source, or maybe just keep it in the back of your mind, like, oh, these are the things that are on trend. So
10 living room design trends you'll see everywhere.
for 2025,
Yeah, so let's see what we got. Um, let's go down. We got natural and pat patinated textures. Is that like patinaed? What's that?
patinaed, patinaed. Of course, the first thing I'm going to think of is brass, because
Yeah.
patinaed brass. I
Mm-hmm.
love patinaed brass, but I wonder if there
Well,
are
but you
it's
shine your
silver.
brass before you sell it. So
I
maybe,
do.
yeah,
I do shine it. I just think it
maybe
photographs better.
it does, but like I wonder
Mhm.
if, bold
Not
lighting.
doing it. But you know what?
Yeah.
When I do shine my brass, I'll list it and sit it. But like when it sells, it has already started obviously to patina. So it's kind
Right.
of it's
Yeah.
patina. It's patinaing as it's being as it's sitting.
If we
Yeah.
got bold
So
lighting, I feel like bold lighting has been,
like a thing.
I don't know. Yeah, that's been a
Yeah.
thing for a while. I don't think that's
Yeah. I did just sell an IKEA light. It's like one of those spotlights that you sit in the corner of your room, and
yeah.
it was huge. Not huge, I mean, huge as far as a spotlight's concerned. It was probably like
Mhm.
14 inches by like 12 inches, and it was very like modern looking. I
Right.
don't know. I don't know, maybe modern's not the right contemporary, it's contemporary. It was white and
Yeah.
it's over $100, so,
Wow. Nice.
yeah. So
Was
what
that
is the
one of
what's
those ones you picked up at Thriftmas?
Yes, it
Yeah.
was. It sold, like, 3 or 4 days later.
So here we
What's
go.
this one?
Vibrant maximalism, which I
Yes,
feel like that's been on the upswing as opposed to
yes.
the white and gray millennial
Mhm,
that has been in style for a long time. I'm glad there's color coming back. I I
yeah,
I like color. I mean, I'm not, I don't have this much color as like this picture,
uh-huh. Yeah, I like
but
it.
but I like to have like some, color in my stuff.
Mhm. So I guess the
Um,
thing you to look for bright, artwork and bright accessories and,
right, exactly. Yeah.
pillows and blankets and stuff like that, so when
Mhm.
you're yard sailing,
Yeah.
because I feel
Like
like that's
this,
very, like, almost '80s, like an '80s pop, you know?
right.
Maximalism.
The
Yeah,
the
so
80s, the 80s of the neon,
I
not
guess
the
that's
80s of the
90s.
pastel.
So probably the '90s, because I feel like that was the neons
Yeah, I
and
don't
stuff
know.
like that, but keep your eye out for that stuff.
Let's see. We go
What's that next one?
comfort comes first. I feel like that,
Hmm,
yeah. I mean, we just bought
like a
big
cozy?
comfy couches. I was like, I want something we can lay on. I like
Oh,
this, but I have nowhere to put this, but I've seen people pick up. I've watched some TikToks or Instagrams where people have like got these curved couches like 70s styles, you know,
yes.
and
Mhm.
like they've bought them off Marketplace and stuff and like, put a new cover on them and stuff. They're very cool looking. I don't know if
Yeah,
they're how comfortable they are, and
yeah.
I don't have anywhere where that I would, put something like this, but they are cool looking.
It's very,
So,
mid-century modern looking, you know?
yes, you can get
Yeah,
yes, yes. This is just a sofa, but you can kind of get chairs that kind of look like that too,
uh-huh. Yeah, I see
get that
sometimes
same
we'll see stuff
style.
like that at the auction, but there's
Yeah.
people that buy furniture, so yeah. But definitely you could buy it and flip it on if you see it at a yard sale, you can flip it on Marketplace, make
Yeah.
some good money. Art Deco aesthetic. I love finding Art Deco stuff. It
Yeah.
is
Mhm.
it I just look so I don't know, I just like the angles and stuff of it, depending on which era of Art Deco you're looking for. Like I
Yeah.
found some,
Uh-huh.
brass bookends that were Art Deco. They were like
Uh-huh.
scallopy and
Uh-huh.
it was just
I was gonna
perfect.
think I was thinking like bet they were like scallop kind of that
Yes.
very bold
Mhm. And that's a keyword I use a lot is
yeah, Art Deco is
Art
a good one.
Deco.
Mhm.
Mhm, like MCM, Art Deco, boho. I will, like,
Yeah.
flood well, not flood 'cause eBay doesn't like that, but I will flood it with all, like, applicable,
Right.
words just to, like, reach a bunch of
Yeah.
different people.
Yeah,
So Art
because
Deco
well,
stuff
this aesthetic, Art Deco aesthetic, I think kind of blends in with some of the mid-century because like that Art Deco was like 20s, 30s,
yeah,
you
I
know?
think the teens to
Before
the
you got into
40s.
the 50s and you got it, yes, and then you got in the 50s and you got into that more the mid-century, but they overlapped and blended because like I mean those
Yeah,
chairs, I would say mid-century, you know,
mhm,
with those,
totally.
but in this
I
picture, these
agree.
chairs. Yeah, so
Mhm.
there is like that overlap in it. I think they work well
Yeah.
together too,
Mhm. Yep, a little morph.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Art Deco stuff. Love it.
Cottagecore, there's another keyword.
Yeah, modern cottagecore, I like that. That's nice. That
Yeah,
looks
I
like,
like that too.
one of the
A lit
house that the last house we were looking at had beams like
uh
that inside, Mo, except they were a cathedral. It was a cathedral with those beams.
Oh,
I know.
wow. Yeah,
I know.
that's cool.
Cottagecore, that's a good it's a good keyword to use too. So,
Mhm.
look for
I
that,
use it on
like
anything that's kind of like almost boho, but like just comfy, like, you know what I mean? It seems like
yes.
comfy, cozy aesthetic. for
Yeah,
cottage core, right?
like almost like a subtle farmhouse, not like an
Yes,
overly farmhouse. Yeah, that's what I
right.
think of. But then also cottage to me means like coastal, you know? Coastal
Right,
stuff.
but coastal's but there's like a little bit of a
Coastal country. Coastal
yeah,
country. Like those, what do you call them? Those tobacco baskets, those big baskets,
yes.
those
Mhm.
huge squares that people hang on their
Yes.
wall.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, I like this one personally.
Me
The
too. Excessive
excess
moody. I like it because I like kind of like those rich colors.
yes,
Um,
same.
I want to when I next time I paint my family room, I'm gonna go moody, like, or at least like the wall by my fireplace, like, like a darker contrasting, moodier
Uh-huh.
color. Because
Yeah.
it's all just one color. I didn't go gray. I'm like I like warm colors, like I like to feel comfortable, but I got a white kitchen. I don't need white everywhere else. But I like this. I really like
Mhm.
this. And look, the curved couch. They've got a curved couch on there.
Yes, they do.
But I
It
like
is.
that color.
Mhm,
I like that
it's
color.
like a is it like a burgundy? That's what it kinda looks like from here.
Yeah, almost burgundy with like a hint of purpley, but like
Mhm.
not really eggplant, but like just a it's on the purpley side,
Yeah.
I think.
So
I'm looking at it on two screens.
yeah, I'm like, yeah, it looks good though. I like it. I'm not a fan of black lacquer. Like that coffee table looks black
Oh yeah,
lacquer.
no, me either.
It's probably like a marble, but yeah, I hope black lacquer never comes back. Look out for
Yeah,
moody pieces.
moody. Yeah, just look for like, you know what? For this too, I would say like like that table with the big, it's got big balls for feet. Like stuff that's like kind of like oversized, I think too, for that
Yeah.
kind of aesthetic. I mean,
Mhm.
I like the paint part of it, the moody colors, but I think like
Yeah,
big statement pieces fit that aesthetic.
totally.
All the antiques,
Oh, yeah. There's
all
some,
the antiques.
yeah, that's good. I mean, that's stuff I think everybody can come across antique stuff.
Yeah,
Those look nice.
or
I
just,
really like
you
those
know,
busts, those,
yeah, so do
marble
I. I think
busts.
they're kind of
Mhm.
cool looking.
They
Yeah.
and that would look nice too, but well, if it's
With
not an
with
antique, taking that and painting it a poppy color for that, like, maximal look,
right. But it
bold
also
color.
fits that moody aesthetic too, I think. You know? It
Yeah.
it fits in there.
Mhm.
And sometimes like depending on well the pictures too, if they're colorful, they would fit the maximal, but they could also fit the moody, like if they're like kind of like, I don't know, depending on the scene.
And that looks like a picture of, Van Gogh behind there, the one where he cut his ear off, so that's definitely very moody.
Yeah,
Doesn't it look
that's definitely moody.
like
I'm like, I'm trying to see on the bigger screen. Yeah, I like that.
that?
That's interesting.
Yeah,
So, but
love
this
it.
is like stuff that this is good. This is stuff that I like anyway. So the fact that it's in style and you're more drawn to, you know what I mean? If you're
Exactly.
drawn, your eye goes there because you like it, it helps.
Mhm.
It helps.
Yep,
Seating that
totally.
makes a statement. Well, I think we kind of covered that with like the curvy couch and, you
Yeah,
know,
but that's kind
but
of like that bold a statement piece chair,
mm-hmm.
because I know that, people will take, like, their dining room table, and they'll have, like, matching chairs on, like, the long side, and then they'll put statement chairs at the heads of the table, so
Yeah.
that's
Mm-hmm.
kind of what that reminds me of, having nice statement pieces at the head of your table,
Right. Mm-hmm.
and those definitely, you can find well, I just think it's easier for me to find not easier for me to find, but I see stuff a lot at yard sales and, like, at the auction, they'll have, like, pieces. They s like that. Like, statement type pieces, like those chairs with the arms that you could put it at at your head of your table. Find it and flip it on Marketplace. That's awesome, though. Well, I'm glad we, went over those because I know I've seen in, like, some other, group, I can't remember where, I thought they were saying that, clear glass was making a comeback.
Everybody wants it to, but
I
it still hasn't.
yeah. We'll see. I don't like listing clear glass because I don't have like a readily available black background. So it's kind of like a pain
Yeah. I
for
just,
me
you know what I
to
bought?
list.
I bought the
Like a
Dollar Tree, just two black foam boards that I just put on top. Like
oh, and
that Christmas tree I listed. So like I'll gather up a bunch of, I don't buy a lot of clear glass, but there's, like that frosted Christmas tree. Sometimes if you have something white or something, it looks better with a black background. So I'll
oh
I'll
yeah.
gather them and I put them to the side, and when I have enough of them, I'll put that out and I'll take them all
Oh,
the pictures
that
at the same
sounds
time.
good. I'll have to do that too. Because I was using, yeah, back in the day when I had clear stuff, I was using like a piece of fabric and I hated it. I shouldn't say hated
Yeah,
it. I
just
didn't enjoy it because I had to keep like, using a lint roller to get any fuzz because you know how black
right.
is. It shows every little thing.
Yes.
So
Uh-huh.
I'll have to do that. I'll have to go to the dollar store and get the black
Yeah.
things.
That's all I did. That's all I
It's a
have.
good idea though.
And then I use photo room, so I make it in like a uniform black. But
Mm,
when you have something that kind of is clear and see through, you need the black in the back of, you know what I mean?
yes. It's for that contrast. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I hope you guys learned something on this podcast today. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share to all of your friends. We have lots of things planned out for the year, right, Mo?
Yeah.
Be sure to check out the Reseller Leftovers podcast since
Yes.
they're our new winner. And be sure to also check out Ken and Corey's revamped, what's it called? I keep forgetting. Unemployed for a Living podcast. Is
Yeah.
that it? Unemployed
Uh-huh.
for a Living podcast.
That
So
doesn't it sound like a sitcom?
it is a sitcom over there, Mo. I mean, I
Well,
don't know
yeah.
what the last time you've been.
But it definitely sounds like an old school sitcom. They should have consulted you on this because they would have a whole intro where like you know, they're walking in and Ken trips and Corey laughs and
I
like a
think that
whole
yes, I can see like this intro of them like walking in, like Rambo style with explosions behind them. And Ken walks up to the screen. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get it. I'm sorry. Just give me a moment. Ken walks up to the screen and then all you see is this. And he just rips it apart and there's a big explosion. And then Corey holds up the new logo. And so you're welcome for that, guys. I will just take 5% of your royalties for that logo or that intro idea. Oh my gosh, we've lost our minds. But go subscribe to them. But before you go subscribe, hit the like button on your way out, and we will see you next time. We're flipping out.
Thanks so much for watching, and check out more of our videos right here. We're flipping out.